In the last episode, we stranded on an island, a mysterious one, after dealing with multiple threats at once. But today, we need more allies. My fellow knight, I present you the third episode of the Temptress Lagoon survival series. I decided to explore the new land by farming a few things. I chopped down some trees, continued my session by farming what was for me rocks. By doing so, I've been able to craft a few arrows. I reorganized my resources and followed my harvesting session. When I got back to the raft, I killed a fish. I've been able to level up and to learn new engrams. Since we don't have a lot of tames, I thought it would be a great idea to learn a few saddles. I crafted a few narcotics so I can prepare some knocking out processes, but then I heard this sound, which really scared me. I don't know what was going on this island, but I decided to cook myself a lot of meat. And then the sun rose up. I re-explored the map with Jar Jar this time. So I mined a few stones and silexes. However, by doing so, a few pigos decided to steal me things. So I killed them. But then this Gallimimus ran into me with a bunch of raptors behind him.
お前はもう死んでいる。何？
I couldn't handle multiple of them, so I take one with me and decided to kill it with Jar Jar. I managed to kill him, but now the real problem is how do I get back to the raft? Since my raft was near an alpha, I couldn't risk to kill Jar Jar again. So I left him behind a rock and went on to retrieve my raft. So I swam. After finally getting back to it, I went toward Jar Jar's. And when I got back to the beach, they were chasing a poor Morella top. And they were absolutely obliterating this poor Morella top. But then so I decided to try to kill them. I wanted to tame one of them, but the Xifactinus grabbed them all. So I looked up with Jar Jar around these coasts.
5 hours later.
I was looking for raptors that could be alone, but then I saw a bunch of 2 raptors. So I wanted to try my chance, so I carefully approached them.
See meat. Yeah, boy.
Luck. We moved on alongside the coast. However, when I came back there, 7 raptors has appeared.
Oh shit, not good.
Meaning that if I tried to kill at least one of them, this would be very hard. So I decided to reuse the same idea that I had before. Meaning, drowning them again.
Five minutes later.
To left them to see if there were other raptors. When I arrived on the land, Me and Jar Jar continued on the nearest coast, but I found this massive turtle named Archulon.
5 hours later.
We came back to our spot where we almost died in order to bring back the raptors. However,
Oh shit, not good.
now the real problem is, how do I get back my raft? Later on, we rested with Jar Jar. The spot where we were was fulfilled of eel. I somehow managed. I had an idea to get back to my raft. Respawn at my raft. Thanks to the bed that I left on my raft, I've been able to respawn there. I decided to give up my idea of taming a raptor. So Jar Jar and I went on another island where a loot drop landed. I had a few surprises like
Yeah, boy.
the chitin and the epic Archulon saddle. By arriving on my new island, I harvested the nearby resources and the few parasaurs that were on this island. Thanks to my farming session, I've been able to craft a few stockage boxes. After restoring my health, I decided to head back to where I lost against the raptor to see if I had another chance to get one. We continued our exploration, but nothing was there until I found a baby raptor, and I also spotted its parent. I tried to get the raptor's attention. My plan went as it was supposed to go. However, the baby was with them. I decided to bring him with me. After hours of trial, I managed to tame a raptor that I named Delta. Every one of us came back to the island where we found our loot. Then, I harvested the berries. Meanwhile, another loot drop was happening. The loot dropped and landed. So I reorganized my stuff again. I cooked for myself a few lamb of meat. When I killed a poor Lystrosaur and a dodo parent, I decided to retrieve these babies under my command. I tried to tame a trike and brought out some tranquilizing arrows. Started knocking it, but I had to run from it. He got knocked out. I wanted to craft a base here on this island. However, by farming, I noticed a poor Garbonem. I took him under my commands. Continued my farming session by hatching some wood. However, I remarked another loot drop arriving, and I started to place a few foundations. The trike was almost tamed. I put the first foundations of the base. I continued to place the foundations and the structures for my house. I finally put the ceilings on. I think we can stop here for a third video. Thank you for watching the third episode of the Temptress Lagoon series. I have to make a report about the Gorgonopsid, so I redid the animation and the modeling of the Gorgonopsid, since I found it very odd. Now I'm programming it in the Arc Dev Kit. Still has a lot of issues, but I have to work on it. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and sub.